MPL Brazil concluded its third season. I decided to take a look and see how much things improved from the pilot season 1. Right, let's go! Hosts, analysts, and commentators. I remember MPL Brazil Season 1 had its own studio with hosts and separate casters' desks. Usually 4 or 5 presenters on every stream. It was definitely impressive for the pilot season. Latin America isn't really on my to-watch list. Still, I felt really good about MLBB's growth in Brazil at that time. With a setup like this, it's guaranteed your professional league is going to attract more people. Season 2 went more modestly. This time, the casters' desks kind of merged with the host studio. Allow me to explain a bit better. Pre-match talk, match commentary, and post-game analysis were done in a single room by the same 3 people. Season 3 came in yet another downgrade. Now there is no room, your casters are on a Discord call. Talk about mistreatment. Once you set up your standards, you should keep them high. MOONTON is a company owned by ByteDance after all. There is no excuse for why these standards were dropped. Sure, I get it, maintenance costs a bit, well, tough tits. You set standards with Season 1, uphold them. You thought Brazilians would just out of the blue start flocking to this game en masse, and by the end of Season 1, you'd have 100,000 people concurrently watching the live streams. It doesn't work like that. You need dedication and will to improve. MOONTON cut off the funding the instant they realized MPL Brazil won't be profitable for a while. Cowardly. Why even bother calling it MPL when the quality had been severely regressing for the past 2 seasons? I wish MPL Brazil Season 4 comes back stronger, back with the host studio and the caster's desk. I wish Moon Miser takes his head out of his butt and raise the funds. Regular season. MPL Brazil Season 1 aired during COVID and had cameras similarly to MPL Indonesia or Philippines inside the rooms where players were playing the group stage matches. The viewer could see them play and celebrate their victory. Basically, this was an immersion enhancement. Seasons 2 and 3 did not feature this. Players give post-game interviews and that's it. That's all the interaction you're gonna get. I don't expect to see players on the stage in the regular season when the viewership is low. I'm not naive. However, I do at least expect to see players on the camera when they win. Victory celebrations and a little bit of taunting are part of the MLBB esports scene. Seasons 1 and 2 only featured 7-game series, meaning every team played against each other once. Season 3 follows the Southeast Asian format of 14 series. Definitely a step in the right direction, with one question on my mind. You doubled the amounts of series played, yet you still keep the miserable prize pool of $30,000 US. Why? Oh, I forgot, a miser company. Playoffs, yet another regression. Season 1 had players playing live on the MPL stage. That's something one should expect from a professional league. Your favorites, their reactions, taunting, emotions, all in one big room, everything on a live stream for you to enjoy. Seasons 2 and 3 got rid of the stage disgrace. Do you seriously think MPL Brazil is going to grow in viewership when you take away the funding and the professional approach? Don't be silly. People appreciate quality. You can afford to have Neymar Twitter's account to shout out your game, yet you cannot afford a stage? Surely a special host every once in a while doesn't cost that much more compared to a famous football player. Prize pool. It is a surprise the miser company did not lower the overall prize pool considering the other downgrades. $30,000 US. A pathetic excuse for a prize pool. Even if the league is just starting, even if your viewership is low, it does not excuse the way MOONTON pays their players. $80,000 to $100,000 is the minimum prize pool for the MPL in my book. players, you have to bring back the cameras in the team's boot camps or bring back the playoff stage. A viewer must be allowed to feel the player's passion and emotions. Right now, there isn't any big Brazilian MLBB player plus, I repeat, plus content creator. I don't follow their scene closely, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. One way to attract more viewers to the MPL is to have popular content creators play in the Pro League. The Philippines and Indonesia have a bunch of popular YouTubers and streamers playing in their Pro League. Allow me to clarify. I don't suggest having MOONTON bribe a bunch of random content creators to play in MPL Brazil, no. I propose to encourage the pro players to start streaming or making videos. Buy them a studio or two with streaming setups and a good internet provider somewhere. I suspect the reason for the low number of content creators is that Brazil isn't exactly the best country when it comes to fast internet. Unique feature. When watching the Season 3 Grand Finals, I noticed something. During the pause between matches, casters went ahead and actually played a custom game with fans, or I think it was fans. I don't understand the Portuguese language, correct me if I'm wrong. This is something I have not seen anywhere else. I may have been quite negative throughout this video, for a good reason. However, I will give compliments when you deserve them, and this is definitely the case. I'd like to know if this was an idea from the casters themselves or if it is something coming from MOONTON. My guess is the casters. Fantastic idea. Pauses between game series can be quite long. I've seen pauses go on for longer than 1 hour. This is a really nice gesture from casters to do, and I hope it wasn't a one-time thing, because you have one big thumbs up coming from me. Final rating. Casters, analysts and hosts value. Production value regressed to the caveman age within the span of 2 seasons. From a gorgeous studio on caster's desk to a Discord call, shameful. Season 1 production clearly pummels Season 3's 2 out of 2. It had the feel of a professional league and it was only pilot season. Despite this, MOONTON cut off funding and now MPL Brazil can be called MPL only because of the name. The only reason I give Season 3 1 out of 2 is due to the passionate casters who keep this abomination above the surface. No name or shoutout is going to grow the Brazilian fanbase. The moment they see this mess, they're out. Regular season value. Taking COVID into consideration, Season 1 surpassed my expectations. You had cameras in rooms where teams played. You could see players' emotions as the match progressed and concluded. Despite strict conditions, MPL Brazil Season 1 did not disappoint. Full 2 out of 2. Season 3 no longer has cameras. There isn't any stage in the regular season. You'll only see players live and post-game interviews. No stage either, and it does not seem we'll get it anytime soon. 1 out of 2. You can't use COVID as an excuse. Playoffs value. Post-match interviews get the 0.5. Season 3 has no stage, not even in the grand finals. Embarrassing. This also means no fans are present to support their team live. Season 1, despite COVID, had players clash on stage in the playoffs. There weren't any fans, probably due to restrictions. So I only lowered 0.5 and not 1 out of the rating. Another high standard is just thrown into a trash can. There is no stage. There are no fans. There is no caster's desk to provide a detailed analysis. Instead, we have a Discord call. How exactly are you going to attract new people? Prize pool. 30,000 USD is a joke of a prize pool for a league wearing the MPL name. A spit into your player's face. Bonus points. I award Season 3 with a bonus point for the unique casters versus fans game during the waiting time between game series. A really cool idea. I hope it prevails. Season 1 earned 6.5 out of 10 from me. A professional pilot season brought down only in the disgusting prize pool. Season 3 is yet another chapter in the gradual regression of MPL Brazil. MOONTON has to stop this insanity and let the cash flow in. Reward your players with a dignified prize pool, supplement them with equipment to start streaming, and encourage content creation. There's the first step for MPL Brazil to grow in viewers. I digress. The final verdict for MPL Brazil Season 3 is a disgraceful 3.5 out of 10. Alright, that's it for the review. Do you agree with my points? What do you think MPL Brazil should improve on? Write in the comment section. Have a good day.